I came up with the idea about 15 years ago of creating a virtual store where products could be displayed electronically. But that required demonstrating speakers in a virtual way, and that had never been done before. And what we're trying to do is open up a whole new shopping frontier for people.
So we hired a team of engineers to actually figure out, okay, well, how do we do it and what's involved? And those engineers have built a special facility in Christiansburg, a very carefully controlled room and an array of microphones where we measure the sonic differences between speakers.
So the idea is that we're trying to make one speaker sound like another. And as you can imagine, there's a lot of elements of that. First of all, we need to figure out how the first speaker performs. We need to profile it, characterize it somehow. And we use a stimulus response type of measurement where we've got a specially constructed excitation signal that we drive the speaker with, and the microphones pick up the pressure, and that feeds back into our measurement system. And then we collect about 200 megabytes of data from the microphones. And then we can utilize that data to pull out standard speaker metrics such as frequency response, both magnitude and phase performance, speaker efficiency, power handling characteristics, and finally we need to compensate for the actual speaker being used. And you put all those things together, and then this speaker conceptually will sound like that speaker.
We realized that there was a huge potential for that if we could deliver the same capability through the web, through headphones. Then we could all of a sudden put a showroom in everybody's living room, and that was a pretty exciting idea to us.
To do this, we have to recreate the entire chain. So we make speaker measurements, we make room dynamic measurements and can recreate those. And we also make measurements of headphones and have an understanding of how people listen through headphones, how the ear canal works, how the pinna work. And when you can break apart each of those pieces, model them, and then put them back together, that's how we would recreate an experience of a person listening to music at their house. So when you go down and select your headphone in the menu, you can be assured that you're going to get a best experience possible.
I did some really extensive testing on it last spring, and we saw a remarkable correlation between what people liked in the headphones and what they liked in the listening rooms. That's been really exciting for us because we put a lot of time and effort into this. So to see customers really enjoy it and take advantage of it, that's the big payoff for us.
So this has been an extremely successful technology, and it's really the only way in the world that shoppers can audition speakers remotely.